and maintain the remainder of the withheld liquidated damages. The City Council voted unanimously to approve that settlement agreement.
Okay, thanks for that report out. And then we're going to have Councilmember Deanda lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so let's get started with our agenda. So we're going to move to public input. These are for items that do not appear on our agenda. So let me just read a little blurb on this. So this is an opportunity for speakers to come to the podium and speak on any item that is not on the agenda. Speaker cards are available in the back of the lobby, so please complete them and bring them up to our city clerk. If you're on Zoom, you just raise your hand on Zoom, and if you're on Zoom with your cell phone, use the asterisk and the 9. And you will have up to 3 minutes per public comment with a maximum of 30 minutes per subject. Please note that the state law prohibits the City Council from discussing or taking action on any item that does not appear on the agenda. City Clerk, do we have any public comments on this item?
Yes, Mayor Stevens, we have one speaker, Rigo.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everybody. City of Hollister, council members. Nice to see you again. I saw everybody out on Saturday. It was a wonderful parade. Food Not Bombs was there. Food Not Bombs Hollister was there volunteering. We picked up a bunch of trash. We led a bunch of cars around. We, did all the community work, And today we were out doing our food share, our weekly food share, Mondays from 4 in the afternoon to 5:30 or until we run out of food, which we always do, on 4th and Monterey, on the corner of 4th and Monterey. And today, we were setting up, having a great time, feeding the community, and we had a health inspector, I believe, from the city of San Benito, drive their car onto the corner, and it almost hit me. I thought I was going to get hit by a car today. Who are trying to give anything from life-saving care to medical assistance to personal hygiene to food, water provisions, food provisions, socks, anything except for plywood. So we're allowed, the California government has recognized that 187,000 Californians sleep out on the street every night. 300,000 over the year are homeless. And we're recognizing that this is a housing crisis, that the housing crisis has led to the houselessness crisis, of course, and the food insecurity crisis is part of that. The food insecurity crises out the wazoo, right? So the community is trying us, Food Not Bombs Hollister, and other members of the community are trying our hardest to address these issues. And we'd like for you guys to really read into SB 634 and other relevant laws so that you guys can inform the police department, the sheriff's department, and any other relevant agencies. Thank you.
Thank you, Rigo. And although I'm not going to make a comment, I just want to double check. Health inspectors are county, is that right? And I just want to say that just so that you're sure we're not going to, yeah. So I just want to, just as an FYI. Okay, no, you had your, but no. You can speak to any one of us after the meeting or contact us. I think you have all of our contact information. But thank you so much. I just wanted to make sure that you had the right information. Thank you. All right, good. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to, thank you for also what you're doing with the community. I appreciate it. And then, so we're moving on to the consent agenda items. So do we have any members of the councils that have any brief questions or comments on any items on the consent agenda? Okay, not seeing anything. So I'm going to ask our city clerk if we have any comments from any of the items on the consent agenda.
We do not have speakers for any of the consent agenda items.
Okay, so I'm going to ask for a motion on the consent calendar.
Move to adopt.
So can I get a second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so consent agenda items pass 5-0. So with that, we're going to move on to our next item. So we're moving on to 8.1, selection oath for Mayor Pro Tempore. Is that the right way to pronounce it?
Yeah, it's pro tempore. Yeah.
Pro Tempore? Okay, that sounded weird. Okay, thank you. Can we get a staff report?
Yes, Mayor Stevens and Council. It's the vice mayor position, and so the rule of the Hollister Municipal Code is that a vice mayor is selected on an annual basis. Typically, they take their seat at the second meeting in December, and so in the ordinance it states that it'll go numerically 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done it both ways. Recent history is it's been going backwards. So with that, it's currently Councilmember Boucher from District 1. If you continue to go backwards, it would next be Councilmember Deanda from District 4. So it's up to the council how you'd like to proceed.
Okay, any questions or comments for our city clerk? Okay, not seeing any. Do we have any public comments on this item?
There are no public comments for this item.
Okay. So thank you for that. Any other last minute questions? Any comments?
I would just like to say it's been an honor to serve in your stead, Mayor. It's only a couple of meetings that I actually ran. It wasn't that terrifying. But I think I got some good congratulations, and people said I did a pretty good job. And I'd do it all over again, but it definitely is time to pass the torch. In the light of the Olympics that's coming, it's going to be in Italy this year, is that right? Something like that. I think it's going to be in Italy, Winter Olympics. But anyway, it's been an honor. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you for stepping in as needed. And you did a lot more than just step in during meetings. You participated in meetings outside of the city council and attended events with me, so I appreciate that. Okay, so can I get then a motion on this item? So can I just get a motion on this item?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor to put our council member Priscilla Deanda from District 4 into the vice mayor position, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, no opposition. Congratulations, Miss Vice Mayor. I look forward to the next year serving side by side. Congratulations. Okay. So we're going to move on now to committee assignments. So I'm going to check in with the council. Any reports from any of the council members on any committee meetings, ad hoc meetings, etc.? Go ahead, council member.
Thank you. So I attended COG. Councilmember Pache, he's currently the vice mayor still. Vice Mayor Pache was actually there as well. And we had a large group of students come from Gavilan College. I'm very proud of them for coming to speak up on transportation issues. We're pretty vocal about essentially how did this project ever get through without them ensuring that there was transportation provided, AKA public transportation provided out there. So we just encourage them to keep communicating with us and that we are intended on working with them, but at the same time working with Gavilan College trustees to figure out how we're going to not only pay for this, but sustain public transportation out there. Another thing we just wanted to promote is that there is Dial-A-Ride. I know that there's some challenges with Dial-A-Ride out there, but there is Dial-A-Ride available. And then the staff at Gavilan College let us know that there are Uber vouchers available for some students as well. But it's a huge issue. It's an equity issue. I'm very proud of the kids for coming out they're kids to me, but they're adults, and all of the staff for helping to organize that. And look forward to continuing the conversations. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember Resendez. Councilmember Deanda, nothing to report? On this side of the room, no reports? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Councilmember Morales.
So just, I'll have a report next time about integrated waste management. We'll have a meeting Monday. And 3CE will have a meeting on Wednesday. Looking forward to reporting back. And then I did have a question for one of the committees that might be COG or might be one of the other committees. So if there's any plans on expanding the rail in Hollister, or at least improving it. And I'm not sure which committee is working on that, or if any of us sit on any committee that addresses that. It might be COG, but it might be AMDAC.
Yeah,
The rail.
The rail, yeah.
Rail.
That is something that we discuss in COG. So yeah, we can keep, yeah. There-
Can you just let me know the response so I can get back to my?
Yeah, I mean, and I'll just tell you just briefly, and by the way, Councilman Morales, Bino Abraham is the executive director of COG, and so you can reach out to her as well anytime you'd like. But there has been some conversation about the possibility of that in the long future, but right now there are so many other pressing matters that seem to be more priority, and also things that are at this time more within reach. So for example, some of the things related to like public transportation, obviously 25 is always a big point of discussion.
If you have questions about the various ways that we're going to move forward on California 25, there are various ways. I mean, like 8 different ways that we're like identifying, and reactivating the rail line is one of them. So check that out. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, if I can have the floor for a second, we all attended the Lights On ceremony, which was fantastic. Hollister Fire let us have a fire truck and, firemen to cart a couple of us around. That was a big time dig deep moment. Thank you so much for helping out with the effort. Councilmember Morales and I got to hop in a 60s 21 window bus, which is more than I make in probably a good couple of years. These things are worth bank, man. Who knew? But it was a very cool thing. The community came out, and just what a great event, and just glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, great. Thank you for that. I have something just really quick. I don't really have anything to report, but I did on any committees. There hasn't been anything in the last couple of weeks that I've attended. However, I did want to let the public know that the city manager and I have about a month and a half ago reconvened our regularly scheduled meetings with our Amazon partners. They want to continue to be good community partners for us. And although I don't have anything specific to report right now, I just want the public to know that we are in discussions with them about continuing our community partnership. And then I also wanted to just elaborate on the Lights On parade, as well as a tree lighting ceremony. What an incredible event that was. We had such a great time. I just want to thank everybody who came out. It was so well attended. I heard from a few people that they hadn't seen crowds like that at the Lights On parade in a very long time. So it was really, really nice to see the public coming out, supporting our business, as well as just coming together. It's so great to see our friends and neighbors, our community coming together and just having a great time to kick off the holiday season. And certainly the tree lighting ceremony was really, really fun. And I want to ditto the thank you to our Hollister Fire Department. Johnny was the one who drove us around. It was really fun to hang out with him, and he drove very safely. Can I just say, got us around very, very safely. But it was really, really, he was really sweet, and just tons of thank you to him for driving us around and letting us yell out the fire truck Merry Christmas to everyone. It was really fun. So thank you for that. And then also thank you to our Parks and Rec Department and our Public Works for getting everything ready for us so that we can do that. It does not happen in a blink of an eye. It takes a lot of work to make that happen. So thank you to all of the Hollister staff from those departments that made that happen. And that's all I have. I'm going to turn it over to our city manager to see if he has anything else to report.
Just a couple of things. City Clerk Woodworth, when will we have future Vice Mayor Deanda raise her right hand, just for clarification?
We can either do it tonight or anytime between now and the next meeting, or at the next meeting on the 15th. It's entirely up to you.
So something to think about, Councilmember. In time.
Let's do it tonight. Yay. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll end with that. And I would like to echo what you had. I spent over 2 hours wandering the downtown area and echo all your sentiment on that. It was a wonderful event, and I too thank our fire department, I thank our police department, I thank our public works department, I thank our parks and recreation folks, I thank our Downtown Hollister Association, and there wasn't an intersection that wasn't covered by a volunteer. It was truly a wonderful event and lots of people. So thank you to everybody. It was good to see the community coming together. There are times to come together. That was excellent. And so that and the swearing in, those are the only two item clarifications I had. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. And let's do the swearing in then.
There is an item on there for an agenda, city council.
Oh, sorry,
request for future
I did
agenda
miss that
item.
one. Okay, so we have a request for future agenda items from Councilmember Resendez, revisions to Planning Commission bylaws. Anything you'd like to say on that one?
I just think it's time for us to go back and take a look at the process that's happening at Planning Commission. So I would like to look at the bylaws. I'd like to look at who's there, who's not there. The Planning Commission is one of the most important commissions. They're all important, but this one has long-term effects. And I really want us to go back and revisit some of the bylaws that are happening and some of just the process of how things are happening at the Planning Commission. So if we could do that, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, so can I get thumbs? I think we just need thumbs up on this one if you guys are okay with that. Okay, see, good time to review those. All right, thank you. So we will have that on a future agenda. And then let's do the swearing in now.
Do you want to do it before or after we adjourn? Just to check.
Mayor?
Can we do it before we adjourn? Yeah, I would like to do it. Is that okay?
I just had a quick question.
Go ahead.
On the projects follow-up, I had an item a while ago that should have come back at several meetings in regards to an empty building policy that was almost done. So if we can get a follow-up on that, when it's going to come back to City Council for review.
Will do. There has been some work on that. We'll get back.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay. Jen,
We'll have you go there because then it's on. So raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Priscilla Deanda,
I, Priscilla Deanda,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and,
Against-
sorry,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of invasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duty
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So, you can sign two.
Which one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sign and
okay.
yours in public? Did we do yours in the public meeting?
Thank you. There we go. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I want to get a picture with you before we leave. Okay.
Okay, well, congratulations, Vice Mayor Deanda, beginning next meeting. And thank you again to soon-to-be former Vice Mayor Pache. And with that, we will adjourn.